up? It's Meezy. If you are new here, hello, welcome, subscribe, because I'm the hottest and most educational software engineer you'll ever meet. But today we are going to be talking about Bitcoin, and I'm going to do a dramatic reading of a college term paper about Bitcoin, and just going to give you my thoughts on the matter. There's a lot going on here, but it is what it is. I just wanted to film this and get it up for y'all, so here we go. So step one. So step one is for me to get into my college laptop. Oh, look at this. If you are big in your college's RHA or you are a CA, you might know about SWCR and NUCR and the regional residence hall conferences. I was very big into that. But yeah, let's see if I remember the password to this computer. I'm in. All right, this is a list of jobs that I applied to when I was in college. Geico, Capital One, General Motors, Google, Fidelity. Wow, okay, not buying that. Fidelity, Reviture, Optum, United Health, and Kiat. Pretty sure I got rejected or didn't even get an interview for most of those places. Yeah, all right, so let's find the actual paper. Please hold. Okay, this is just the proposal. Let's see, where's the full thing? All right, so I had to do a little hacking because I planned to film this video in March. And something wild happened between like the OneDrive and the document on the computer, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, finally found the document and I'm using my MacBook to look at it because it's in OneDrive now. But here is my paper. And then I'm gonna put it in the description so y'all can go read it. Y'all can read along. But here we go. My social impact analysis of Bitcoin. Abstract. This paper will attempt to predict the societal impact of the Bitcoin currency. The current convention I can't read. This paper will attempt to predict the societal impact of the Bitcoin currency. To follow the current convention of notation in this paper, when referring to the software that is used to create currency, the term Bitcoin, capital B, will be used. To refer to the actual currency, the term Bitcoin, lowercase b, will be used. So when you read the paper, you'll be able to see it, but when I'm talking, it'll all just sound like Bitcoin, whatever. So the technology is the software that makes Bitcoin is Bitcoin with a capital B, and the actual currency itself is Bitcoin with a lowercase b. All right, so it is estimated that at most 1.2 million people in the world are currently using Bitcoin. While this is a very small number in comparison to the population of the world, Bitcoin is still a very young technology, and there are many improvements that can and will be made in order to make it more accessible. Look at us now, 2021. People are giving away Bitcoin on Twitter. Megan Thee Stallion sent me Bitcoin. We'll talk more about it later. The ethics behind the currency is often questioned due to users taking advantage of the unique feature that makes it nearly impossible to track who makes a transaction by selling and buying illegal goods. Another ethical impact that will be discussed here is the chance that some people may get left behind. Some people may get left behind if Bitcoin was to become a major currency. Many developing countries are just getting introduced to simpler technology, and moving to Bitcoin as a main form of currency has the possibility to set them back even further in the digital age. Introduction. Bitcoin, capital B, is one of the few and the most popular digital currencies available today. allows people all around the world to pay for goods and services without having to convert currencies. Users can even mine for Bitcoin. The technology has been declared dead over 20 times in the last 8 years, but it continues to grow stronger and attract more users every day. Created by Satoshi Nakamoto, it's become much more useful than anyone could have ever imagined. Okay, so this is like my first time reading through this too. I mean, I came to find it, but once I found it, I was like, cool, we'll film the video later. It's just wild to see. I wrote this paper in 2016. It was my junior year of college. I wrote this paper in 2016, and it had been declared dead 20 times, and it's more alive than ever. And this feeds into one of the points that I want to talk about later, which is it's only as strong as as many people believe in it. But let's just finish the paper. Okay, description of the technology. Bitcoin, lowercase b, are a form of virtual currency. The Bitcoin is the online financial network, and Bitcoin is the online financial network where you can use this currency. People are able to spend money internationally without going through companies like Western Union that charge hefty fees. With Bitcoin, you can make the most transactions for little to no cost at all. Bitcoin is not owned or regulated by any government or corporate entity. In order to process transactions, the computers that are in the network use a peer-to-peer structure and link each other together. In order to keep up with their money, Bitcoin users store their money either online in a cloud-based system in a wallet or on personal hard drives. You know, a lot of people got those hard drives that can't unlock them, they don't remember the password. All right. The wallets have unique identification numbers associated with them. When a Bitcoin user makes a payment online, the only information stored is their wallet ID number. This makes it very easy to stay anonymous and protect your personal information, and almost impossible to track who has actually made the transaction. Users can buy Bitcoin using the currency of their country from websites like mt.gox, or they can compete, better known as mine, for Bitcoin by solving complex algorithms. Users are rewarded with 25 Bitcoin if they are the first to solve the algorithm. All right, so when I was writing this paper, like I said, it was 2016, Bitcoin was like worth a lot of money, but it might have been like $100 or something a coin. Like, it was nothing crazy. Like, I definitely could have used one of my school refunds to buy it. So the idea of solving an algorithm and being able to get 25 Bitcoin, you would literally be a millionaire right now, right? 25 times 30, couldn't tell you. But, you know, like, you'd have a lot of freaking money. All right, Bitcoin's creation. No one has ever actually seen the creator of Bitcoin, but the inventor or inventors go by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. While working with their team on the open source software, the creator did not reveal much about their personal life. In the years since its conception, many well-known developers have been accused of hiding behind the name, but all have denied that they are Nakamoto. The only things that are known about Nakamoto are that he or she mined a large amount of Bitcoin before retiring, upwards of 1 million Bitcoin. Put a lot of time and thought into creating a thorough and reliable software, and has retired and moved on to pursue other things. The current lead developer for Bitcoin is Gavin Andresen, who works with the Bitcoin Foundation, a well-known organization in the Bitcoin community. All right, so I actually kept reading the paper here, but y'all know how to read, so I'll link it in the description. It goes over the purpose and like my stance on it at the time, the ethics behind it, all that kind of stuff. So please check out the paper if you want to know the rest of the story behind Bitcoin. All right, so before I got back on here to talk about my current stance on Bitcoin, I finished the paper to see what I said back then, and it seems like I was in favor of it. For reasons, if you didn't go back and read it, the reasons I was in favor of it is because it like protected people's privacy, because you don't know who's making purchases and all of that. It makes it easy because it's international and deregulated. And then I put so also the way that this paper is structured is the way we had to structure the paper. So don't come for me in like the amount of times I repeated myself and whatever. But I also talked about the socioeconomic divide, and then I said, well, it already exists, so there's no argument against it for that. And then and in some ways, it's like, yeah, you know, adding in Bitcoin is not gonna mess up anybody who is already behind, right? But it's just a strange thing for me to say. Overall, right now, my feelings on Bitcoin, I think that we just shouldn't use it. And my biggest reason is environmental impact. I'm sorry, I'm looking outside, it's bright. I'm like, I wanna be there. I wanna be out there. But the freaking environmental impact is wild. Like, let's see, how much energy? How much energy does it take to mine? How much energy does it take to mine a single Bitcoin? Okay, this answer doesn't tell me much. This is the first answer on Google. No matter how many miners, it still takes 10 minutes to mine 1 Bitcoin at 600 seconds. What? 72,000 gigawatts? I think that's what the G is. 72,000 gigawatts or 72 terawatts of power to mine a Bitcoin using the average power user. Okay, you know what? I need this in layman's terms. All right, here we go. Here's an article from BBC. I'll link it below, but Bitcoin uses more electricity than Argentina. Might be a straw man argument because how much power does Argentina use? That's not a... Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So in this article, they like show a graph of how much energy like each country uses, and they throw Bitcoin as if it's a country. Now, I will say it's on the lower end. This article is from February 10th. Let's see, when is the information in this graph from? Oh, the source is the University of Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index. So the Cambridge baddies are saying that Bitcoin is using just as much energy as other countries are. And you have to think about the fact that this is just with Bitcoin being like between a few people, right? Like at this point, everybody's not using it. It's not, it's not highly used. People might be buying it, but they're not using it to buy other things. So yeah, for me, it's just the environmental impact. Like, it takes a large amount of power to mine Bitcoin and just to do Bitcoin transactions. So I just can't support that. Like, we're already dying from all these other environmental factors that humans created. And so just to throw Bitcoin in there just doesn't make sense. Now, here's the other thing, and I say this many times in the paper, the price is volatile, right? And I mean, it's like that with all money, all currency, but I just feel like, why should we take the time to throw another one in there? Why do we need it to be Bitcoin? Because in a way, we already have digital money, right? Credit cards, that's digital money. You don't have any actual paper. When you get a direct deposit, you don't have actual paper behind it. I mean, they do at the bank, but you know, not here. So I just don't like it. I don't participate. Oh yeah, okay, so I was telling y'all, Megan Thee Stallion sent me some Bitcoin, and this is how you know, like right now, it's kind of just a hot commodity. Everybody's just trying to get their hands on it because celebrities are giving away Bitcoin as Cash App giveaways. What do I even do with $20 worth of Bitcoin? Wait for it to turn into hundreds of thousands. But do I own any Bitcoin that I've just bought? No. Do I own any other cryptocurrencies? No, I bought some back in 2017 and the coin that I invested in just tanked. So $200 wasted from back then. The environmental impact alone is enough for me to say no though. So yeah, that is my video explaining Bitcoin. Like I said, the whole paper will be linked below. Remember, this paper at this point is 5 years old. 6 plus 5 is 11, right? So yeah, this paper is 5 years old, almost 6 years old. And when I wrote the paper, Bitcoin had only been out for 8 years. And so, in conclusion, I will say, if you are thinking about buying Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, do your research. As you would with any investment, be ready to lose money, but like, losing money on a cryptocurrency is way, way, way more common than like a stock. Like I said, I bought into some coins. I don't even remember what they were. I know I had some Litecoin. That feels like it would have made it. Like if you buy actual Bitcoin, you're in the clear. Like I don't think that one's gonna go away. I think it's gonna keep building. But I think the rest of them are all very volatile. Like maybe not Ethereum. And then there's one other one that I can't think of. But like there's a few that are like the top dogs and the rest of them are just gonna be hot garbage. So not going to be hot garbage, but have the potential to be hot garbage. Be careful with those meme coins. Anyways, I just wanted to share with y'all part of my college life. I actually have a whole series coming out about my college days that I'm excited to release to y'all. So we can just consider this the prequel to all of that. But if you're wondering what kind of grade I got on the paper, I got an A on this paper. I was very proud of myself because I'm an engineer, not a writer, so I was nervous. This was like the longest paper I ever wrote. And I think maybe my entire time in college, I wrote 3 papers, and this was one of them. So didn't have a lot of practice, got an A, and it was nice. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Meezy. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share this with your friends. I really want my silver play button by December 31st, and y'all are the only people that can help me get that done. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.